It's time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Thursday morning, September 8th, 2016. And good morning to you all on this lovely Thursday morning, September 8th, 2016. And our news and odds. And our top story at 8:30 morning time is there's no Andrews who support the best referees on a Wednesday go emergency that's judged by U.S. media reaction. NBC moderator Matt Lauer stopped around Wednesday's Trump Clinton forum with a foghorn for a whistle. Barack Obama chided Donald Trump as whacking out a former the Republican candidate President Putin was a better leader. The top Democratic House Committee investigated Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton's use of the private email server wall, released in an email exchange Wednesday between former Secretary of State Colin Powell and Clinton. Adam Schefter reports that former NFL quarterback Tim Tebow was signed in a minor league deal with the New York Mets lately, report the Arizona Fall League. European Central Bank kept the stimulus program unchanged to sign that policymakers don't see an immediate danger to area recovery from risk, including Britain's decision to leave the European Union. London, Britain's creaky, leaky parliament faces an impending crisis, and lawmakers must move harder than the first time since World War II so the repair work can be done. A report on the structure said Thursday. A Soviet-era document suggested that the president of the Palestinian Authority, Mahmoud Abbas, worked for the KGB in the early 1980s. Mr. Abbas was listed as agent of the KGB in the report smuggled to the UK by defector Vasily Mitrokhin. Disputed self-generosity was the focus Thursday at a regional summit in Laos as U.S. President Obama warned Beijing and Canada endure a tribunal ruling that rejected its claims to have waters. Ramallah, West Bank, the Palestinian Accord on Thursday postponed Monday's political should have been set for next month put down on what would have been the first real test of the political support for arch rivals Hamas and Fatah in a decade. Rio de Janeiro, Michael Turner, who recently became president after Dilma Rousseff's impeachment, was moved during an opening ceremony for Olympics Games in Rio de Janeiro. Albuquerque, New Mexico Governor Susana Martinez activated a state's emergency operations center to prepare for possible flooding caused by a post-tropical cyclone Newton. Bar Netherlands, a Dutchman, was killed when his Tesla Model S crashed in Bar Netherlands, and it is not known if the autopilot function was on, Dutch media reported. Yosemite National Park grows toward the west and largest expansion since 1949. To 400 acres. Ariel Valentine, the Joseph Creek leader, Joseph and killed his namesake in North Dakota. Authorities said he was somewhere on a dark road, possibly driving to Richmond to kill his former in-laws. Asked what he would do about the Syrian city of Aleppo, the regional center of the nation's civil war, the refugee crisis. Libertarian presidential candidate Gary Johnson responded by asking, "What is Aleppo?" Kristen Smart went to a college party in May 1996. She was a freshman at California Polytechnic State University in San Luis Obispo at the time. And that night at the party, she was wearing red shirts and went to Los Angeles. Says, authorities say she may be buried on her college campus. New York, a U.S. flag featured at California to take that Grand Sale on September 11th. Is back in New York 15 years after it went missing. New York critics asked Lemon and NBC Today host Matt Lauer, handling the network commander-in-chief's informed said he immediately questioned the candidates. Bismarck, North Dakota, the Green Party's Jill Sad will likely be charged with vandalism for trespassing at a participation in the Dakota Access Pipeline protest, police said. Vientiane, Laos, U.S. President Obama and Philippine President Rodrigo had a brief exchange of president days after formal meeting was canceled. Hewlett Packard Enterprise will step out and emerge what it considers an encore software assets with UK-based enterprise software from Micro Focus in a deal worth $8.8 billion, the company said Wednesday. It's not always smart to pay off your student loans early. Retired coal miners and their congressional allies have shifted over the push for a Congress-passed legislation should short up the retirement benefits. Houston. Exploration and production activity in North America is on the rise, but still far below the level seen last year's data from the Baker Hughes show. Dallas manufactured an economic backstop in the shale rich sectors went to drop in the payoffs of the otherwise mixed bag. The Federal Reserve Bank now said. Moscow, Russian energy company Gazprom said it would receive the first permits for the Turkish government to start implementing a new natural gas pipeline project. Also, Norway, the government of Norway said on Thursday that the number of jobs started in production oil and natural gas declined during the second quarter. Edmonton, Alberta, the provincial Canadian government in oil-rich Alberta still was pushing forward a job plan as the region's economy drags down the nation. And now, look at your stock market report. You're at 835. Dow 18,526.14. SP 526.69. Nasdaq 5,283.93. Okay. NASA launched an asteroid spaceport today. The star cluster Tucson 5 is imagined with an European sovereign observatory, a very large telescope used to date on the multi-generated adaptive options demonstrated which reveals and surprise a mix of old and new stars within the cluster. Scotland's real aquatic monster, an introducer fossil discovered on Alaska, has spent decades of research waiting for modern technology to help paleontologists understand its mysteries. A potential for its recent game changer emerged to the U.S. government. Scientists have found a substitute for DNA tested for identification purposes. Segmer says it occurred that local Zika strain causes birth defects. Infection in the first year of life can be deadly, or maybe the biotoxin to the first reaction about a new city from a direct university. The Netherlands finds that antibiotic exposure early in life can raise a child's risk. On one in the 11-year-old twin brothers whose first egg was kept in a recent photo of this died of rare disorder in his family last Wednesday. People suffer from uveitis, a condition marked by chronic inflammation being died with alternative the company used as a form of immune suppressor drug cure, according to news study. Donald Trump prepared Murdoch Jolie served less than his rail trucks and aviation waypoints say not the unswerving property takes to the good speak around that place he wants to get it, but as long as it goes, that's good. President Donald Trump has the focus on one particular man, Mr. Macton posted the title, "What the hell is going on?" Republican Vice President W. McMahon said Wednesday that he accepts the fact that President Obama was born in the United States, even as man is running alongside still comes to be hasn't. Senate Administrator Rip John Gunn, Republican Texas Administrator Leader Mitch McConnell, Republican Kentucky called for more information on FBI's investigation of the current presidential candidate. He would cut it after FBI Director James Comey that he would. Boston, a company that runs the Boston area's commuter rail system, has fired 6 employees for fudging their time cards. Kiosk Commuter Service and Massachusetts Transportation of 4 days commuter rail operator says 3 of our employees remain in investigation. The story was reported by Fox 25 in Boston. Boston and Quincy Women's Police say was driving direct when she rear-ended the state police cruiser injured trooper side as pleaded not guilty. Okay, take a look at New England alerts in UD. Motor accident in Merrimack, Massachusetts, Road 1, 495, northbound part of 53, fatal motor accident. Multiple people reported truck injured. All notification being made. Request airborne and the scene. Expected delays in the area. And we'll have more of that coming up on the Traffic 7 Peter channel. Morning news. And a car truck in Boston, Massachusetts at 777 Tremont Street, White Bell. Firearm shown. Gray Super fled towards Cambridge and Massachusetts Avenue. And Massachusetts registration 58K 927. Gray Super Forcer now being indicated again, but it didn't show that. And now, look at your sports. You're at 8:38, where the Boston Red Sox defeat the San Diego Padres 7-2 tonight. The Red Sox are the night off. Tomorrow they'll start a 3-game series against the Toronto Blue Jays in Toronto, as the Sox have a 1-game lead on the Toronto Blue Jays for first place in the American League East. On a Sunday in early February, there'll be a battle for open four ball parks. Preaching now done after still 2-6 NFL for games to be played. Peter Shell News Hub is now 8:38 on this Thursday morning, and it's time for Traffic and Transit Report. Let's study off on the MBTA, where Blue Line experienced severe delays in both directions to the power plant at the Maverick Station. On Still at S5 experienced mild delays in the traffic on the commuter rail. Middlebury train 00363 outbound is bound to Holbrook, Randolph, operating 85.95 minutes beyond schedule. Middlebury train 010 is expected to depart Middlebury significantly behind schedule. Passengers may consider alternate transportation. And on ferries, they are looking again. Okay, let's take a look at the highways and byways of New England. As Merritt Parkway southbound side is back to Bridgeport to Stafford. 95 southbound side is back to Bridgeport all the way to Stafford. 95 on the northbound side is back to 287 in New York State all the way up to Stafford. 95 on the northbound side back to the West Haven, New Haven. 91 on the southbound side back to Run. Route 95 New Haven, Merritt Parkway, westbound side back to the Hampton stretch. A4 stop and go from Newtown to Danbury, and eastbound side A4 stop and go around the Waterbury stretch. A4 eastbound side is back to West Hartford to downtown to Hartford, Connecticut. A4 westbound side is back there from Manchester, Connecticut, 384 all the way up to 91 to downtown Hartford, Connecticut. Route 2 westbound side is back to A4 91 to downtown Hartford, Connecticut. 91 to northbound side is back there from Route 9 in the middle of town all the way up to downtown Hartford. 91 is south outside. It is backed up from Windsor to downtown Hartford, Connecticut. Mass back over to west outside. It is backed up from Palmer all the way after 291 in Springfield. 91 is south outside. It is backed up from 291 to 57 in Springfield. Mass back over change with 91 in Chickpea in Springfield. It's a little slow. New York State 3 east outside. It is backed up by Interstate 87 to Albany. 87 to south outside. It is backed up by Massachusetts Turnpike at Albany. And 77 to and 87 to south outside is backed up by the Trace Stretch. Central Massachusetts, 146, north outside, back around 290 in Worcester. Down in Rhode Island, Route 4 to north outside, back to the east Greenwich Stretch. 95 to north outside, it is back to around Route 4 to east Greenwich. 95, north outside, it is back to 37 to War County, it's to Cranston and 95 to south outside, back to protected out to downtown Providence. 146 to south outside, back to 15 to 95 downtown Providence. Route 6 to the east outside, is back to from 610 connector, back to for 695. 6 to the east outside, it is sold before the 610 connector. 295 is south outside, it's back to the Johnson Stretch. 146 southbound, back to 1595. Mass back to west outside, it's back to Seacock all the way out to Route 44 in downtown Providence. 146 on both ends, it is backed up around 146 in North Springfield, 99. North outside, 126 to the Route 122 to Lincoln Wisconsin Stretch. Route 285, west south outside, it is backed up after Route 95 at the downtown Providence. 95 on the north outside is backed up from 140 in Foxborough all the way after Route 128 after 24 on the north outside. It is backed up between 15 and 16 and 106 and 104 to the Bridgewater Stretch. And then hit breaks again from 27 to Brockton all the way after Route 128 after Route 3 on the north outside is backed up from 18 away before to the Braintree Split. And Route 3 on the north outside back to the Kingston Stretch out of the Cape. Route 6 to the west outside is backed up from 124 Harsh to 134 Dennis. Route 6 to the east outside, back to around 134 Dennis. 20 on the north outside, south outside, it's slow around the back cover in Bourne. Out in Boston vicinity, 120 in the south outside, it's backed up for 95 in Canton Artery with Braintree Split. 120 at the north outside, it's backed up for Route 1 and Norwood all the way to Route 20 in Waltham. Route 120 south outside, back to Route 9 to Wellesley. 485 at the north outside, it is backed up from Milford all the way out to Hopkinton. Mass back to the east outside is backed up from Route 9 and Framingham all the way to Newton, Gordon, Hidbridge, and also back tolls. And before the Mass Pike and Route 93 in Boston. Mass back to the west outside, it is backed up from South Boston to the Logan Airport. South Expressway, north outside, back to the Split all the way to the Mass Pike. South Expressway, south outside is backed up from the Pike all the way to the Dorchester, 93 both ends of downtown Boston is backed up. 128 south outside. It's backed up 1 in PBD all the way up to Waltham. 93 to south outside. It is backed up before 125 in North Andover. And then you hit the brakes again from Wilmington all the way to Zake Bridge in Boston. And 93 both ends of downtown Boston is backed up at Route 1 in south outside. It's back to the rear all the way up to the 93 to the Charlestown. Route 1 in the south outside. Backed up from Augusttown to Revere. 485 at the south outside, it is backed up from Madison to today, Barbara. 485 at the north outside, it's slow before Route 111 to Harvard. Route 3 to south outside, it is backed up 485 and Old Town for Route 128 in Burlington. Route 485 at the north outside, it is backed up after Route 3 to Chelmsford. 485 at the south outside, it is backed up a lot, so after Route 93. 93 at the north outside, slow around Route 485 lots. And 485 at the north outside, it backed up after 125. And April 2, Merrimack due to that fatal accident in Merrimack on exit 53. Up in New Hampshire, it's looking good, and how was the Broadways of Maine not looking good, and 91 and south outside, a little slow after the today we're up in Northern Vermont. Peter Chaldusa is 8:43 on this Thursday morning, and it's home now for a weather report and take a look at some spotty rain showers west of Springfield and west of Hartford from Torrington down for Bridgeport. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this for today. Slight change of shower before today at 5.5 for 11 a.m. west. Coast coming most sides coming 83 degrees. Northeast about 5 miles up coming light of rainfall in the afternoon. Chance makes 20% tonight. Chance of showers suns remain between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. Pat back up to 10 p.m. west. Most skies going about 6 degrees. Southwest about 3 to 6 miles out. Chance makes 30%. Friday, punch bar for 9 a.m. west. Most sides coming 90 degrees west about 7 to 9 miles an hour. Friday night, Parkland skies about 600 degrees, calm wind. Saturday, most sides steady, skies about 81 degrees, light rainfall. Wind becoming southeast wind 6 to 8 miles an hour in the morning. But Saturday, Churchill Sensors morning after 10 p.m. Most gas coming at 67 degrees, just patient 40%. Sunday, Churchill before 1 p.m. Parts of most gas coming at 8 to about 52 degrees, just patient 40%. Monday, Sunday, most gas coming at 76, about 55 degrees. Tuesday, Sunday, podcast Monday, about 64 degrees. And for Wednesday, Churchill parts gas coming at 79 degrees, just patient 30%. Good, not near it. It's overcast, guys, and the temperature is 70 degrees. Humidity at 95%. That is going to be it for the Peter Cello Morning News on this September 8th, 2016 on a Thursday. I'm producer of Good Morning and Good Positive. Good day.